as I was waking up this morning, I'm the one that has the question. Um, I had a question, in that twilight moment. I was saying, why is weakness such a shame trigger for us men? And something, I'm a man, so I don't know about women as much, but I do know that it's probably a human uh, trigger of shame, but particularly for men. And so I said, so why exactly is weakness such a shame trigger? And oh my gosh, it was like psh, the lights went on, and I said, oh, I get it completely. Okay, so shame separates us from God, and our that's any kind of shame is a separating fact. And so what I saw is that shame is a separator. The enemy uses shame and puts such a huge stink on top of weakness, so that I resist weakness, because anytime I'm weak, I have shame, and shame not only separates me from God, but it also puts a stink on something, so I don't want to go to it. But inevitably, I'm experiencing my weakness because I am weak. We're all weak. This is the reality of man. So it is such a crafty way of Satan tripping us up, because he uses shame so that we resist our weakness, but it is our weakness that brings us steps closer to dependence, which is to our God. And the amazing thing is that the thing that we're fighting so hard against is the very thing that leads us straight to the solution. Uh, we look for an independent answer. I know I do. I look for an independent answer, as one of Martha's grandkids used to say, by myself. I want a solution that I can do by myself. But God doesn't give me an independent answer. He gives me the dependent solution, which is himself. And so as long as I'm fighting my weakness, I'm literally pushing away from Christ. I'm pushing away from my solution. I'm pushing away from my access to the answer. I'm pushing away from all that could be victory and victorious life. I now see the reason why there's so much shame around weakness is because man wants strength. We've always wanted strength. From the garden, we've wanted strength. So as long as I'm resisting my weakness, I will be avoiding and distanced from my solution, which is dependence on the life of Christ. And so I have something that I've been dealing with for a couple weeks now that has been shaming. I realized because of all this, I'm going, oh my gosh, no wonder. I was weak in a particular area. I had no control. I had no ability to bring a solution to a situation that was going on. I was completely powerless. And I was filled with shame because I'm a fixer, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't fix it. And so I would come to the Lord and I'd say, this is killing me. You've got to do something. And I was continually coming back to him in tears. I would come to him saying, you got to help here. Come on, please. You got to help. You're the only solution here. And I continually came back in weakness and weakness and weakness. And then yesterday, the solution came. And it was completely orchestrated by God. It was something that I couldn't do in my own strength, in my own ability, in my own just sheer will to get it done. It was my weakness, facing my dependence, and turning to him to be my solution. And see, the thing I don't like about it is okay. I say, all right, like a vending machine. I want God. If I put the dependence in the vending machine, you should be kicking back and bringing me a solution immediately, like a candy bar. It doesn't happen like that. You Sometimes He fosters that dependence because we're children, and He wants us to be children. We are sheep, and we're supposed to be sheep. And when we look to the shepherd is our solution when we need the solution. But sometimes He allows us to kind of flail a little bit in our dependence so that we will come to Him and we will see that He's the solution and that we don't have the solution. And while it is easy to say, and while it is easy to commit to, it's not easy to go through. And but that is the answer. And so when I saw this morning that weakness, it prevents me from accessing my answer and my solution, which is Christ's life and dependence. Weakness is dependence. Dependence does lean on Christ's life. Shame pushes me away from whatever it is I'm ashamed of. So if it's weakness or if it's sin or whatever it is, weakness and shame being the thing, I'm pushing away from my very solution, which is weakness is the path. It is a path to Christ, who is my solution. So I just was excited about that today. I hope this blesses you. And I did want to tell y'all, the next CD series I'm going to be talking about is Lean on Your Beloved. And in that series, there is a CD. It's 2 CD series. And in that series, which is amazing, absolutely amazing, there's one CD called, I think it's the first one, it's called The Joy of Weakness. And it talk about lean on your beloved. The cover is a beautiful picture that an artist did that we knew, and it's of the beloved and the bridegroom, and on a bridge, and she's leaning on him, and that's exactly what we need. We need to lean on Him, and so I'm going to talk about that soon. But I want to go through it, and I want to bring some highlights in. I want to share it with you why you should get it. But it talk about the path to weakness. She's talking about in that the joy of weakness. If you're struggling with life and you're in desperate need for an answer, I can tell you that your weakness is leads you straight to your dependence, which is into our dependable God, which is beautiful. So I bless y'all, and I will talk at you soon.